Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is Britt with Mainstream Multimedia, and in today's video we're going to be going over how we book clients in our product photography business. This is going to entail how we onboard clients, collect payments, and deliver the final images. You might want to stay buckled up for this one because we're going to reveal all of the programs that we use for this part of our business. In this industry, you get a lot of leads, and efficiency and success go hand in hand. This is why it is essential to filter out all of the dead-end leads, and to do this, we use Sprout Studios. It's a CRM system that we use to manage clients. They have multiple plans, but we pay $49 a month for the Pro plan. This program offers many valuable features, which we will touch on later on in the video, but to start the booking process, it all begins with an inquiry. We have integrated Sprout Studios onto our website so that when someone clicks the Contact Us button, a questionnaire pops up. This questionnaire is going to give you insight into the brand, their products, and their needs before you even have a conversation. I always say the longer a client is in the pre-booking phase, the more of a chance they have of backing out, which is why it is so important to shorten this phase and to make the booking process as short as possible. The questionnaire has many benefits. It filters out clients that you just don't want to work with. If someone doesn't feel like filling out the questionnaire, I promise you it's not a brand that you want to be working with. It also helps you to filter out to the right price range. I like to include the question, what is your price range, with 4 different price options. So the first one could be 500 to 1,000, 1,000 to 2,000, 2,000 to 3,000, or 3,000 plus. This gives you an idea of what they're working with. And it also keeps people with budgets lower than that from contacting you because you have a minimum and that's not worth your time to do a project that small. Now, once you reach out to the client, they're going to want to know, what is your pricing? They want more information on your brand. That's why they're inquiring. They want to work with you, but they need just a little bit more information. This is where our media kit comes in hand, which is for sale on our website right now. A media kit is a great way to establish yourself with some credibility and present very professionally. You can list out your company, your mission statement, as well as your pricing, your process, and any other information that is vital for the client to know prior to booking you. When we started utilizing the media kit, we saw an increase in lead conversion rates in our business. I've had so many companies compliment the media kit, saying it really helped them understand the process and feel comfortable booking us. At the end of the day, you're someone online who's producing something that the client oftentimes it's hands off. So the more hands-on and the more information you can provide to them makes them more comfortable with working with you. I will have the link to that down below. If you click on it, our website will give you all the information and explain exactly how you edit the template and make it your own. So now the client's inquired, you sent them the media kit, and they are ready to go and book the shoot. So now we jump back into Sprout and we can create a booking proposal so easily. Let me show you how we do this. I go on here, you see there's a welcome message, which automatically gives your client offerings. Select price list. All of this you can customize in the settings. It took about 2 to 3 days for me to fully set up everything in Sprout, but once it was all set up, everything is seamless. So we're going to create a new package, and let's say the client wants 3 images. We're going to add a creative image, make it 3, go to these 3 tabs and set a price. Say you just are starting out and you charge $50 an image or something like that. So we're just gonna say 50. And because you have 3 of them on there, Sprout automatically sets the price to $150 and multiplies the 3 images by 50. So if you wanted an extra one, hit the plus sign and the price went up to $200. It's super easy, just like that. Hit save. It saves that price. You can add any extra items, a questionnaire, add your contract, which you should have automatically in the system anyways. Payment terms, I like to do a 50-50 split, deposit up front, and the rest after the final images are delivered. So we just hit 50-50 split, and that's it. You hit make live, and bam. How easy is that? We can view what it's gonna look like from the client's perspective, which I love to do. It's so beautiful. Dear test. It has this intro welcoming statement, get started. Untitled package, all the information is here. You can customize this way more, add images and make it beautiful. Gonna hit next. They put their information in and then you go on to the next page and They sign the contract, pay the deposit, all on this same screen here. And then Sprout will send you a notification and you just book on your end. You sign your part of the contract and that's it. It automatically knows the shoot is booked. Whenever their second payment is due, it'll send them a message and an email and it handles everything for you. The coolest part about Sprout is that whenever a client books, they actually get a client portal. This portal they can use to access all of their invoices, information on shoot dates, and the final image gallery. The next phase of the booking process is booking your client's shoot date. And for that, we like to use Asana. Now, Asana is completely free, which is the ultimate beauty in all of it. You can purchase a membership. I don't really know what paying for the subscription does, but all I need to do is have my shoot dates planned out. And I love Asana so much because I can simply drag and move shoot dates around. I don't have to pick the date like on Google Calendar where you have to put the date in on the individual event itself. On here, you don't have to go into anything else. From one page, you can see all of your bookings for the month and simply drag and move them to a new spot if something needs to be adjusted. And I think flexibility is something you really need to have in this business because when people are shipping products to you, things get lost and shipping can be such a headache for some brands, especially if someone is shipping something from overseas. That's a headache in itself. So making sure that you have the ability to move your dates around quickly and efficiently is great. The only downside to Asana is that the app on your phone is really hard to read. It's not as easy to read as on the website. So I only access my shoot dates on the website. So if I'm on the go and I need to look at a shoot date, I don't really do it from my phone. I just wait till I get back to the office and do it that way. Once the shoot date is locked in, the most important part of the booking process is the shot list. We have been burned numerous times, especially early on in the beginning. Art is subjective, and because of that, just because you think something looks good or you understand the art of light and you understand lighting techniques, doesn't mean that what you do is going to look good to your client. You kind of have to assume that whoever you're talking to has no creative vision and is not artistic in any way, shape, or form. So you have to figure out how to translate what's going on in your brain into a way that your client is gonna understand. And we found that a shot list that encompasses inspiration pictures with a description and a sketched out drawing of our concepts is the best way to ensure there's no miscommunication in how the images are gonna turn out. This also makes the shoot date super simple. If you just pull up your shot list and you already drew out your concepts, you can just look at that and be like, all right, here we go. Let's jump right on into it. And instead of a shoot taking 5 hours, it takes 2 hours. And that is not an exaggeration. Having the shot list has really cut down our photographing time, which, as I said before, efficiency equals success. If you want me to go into Canva in another video and go into more detail on how we make a shot list, we can absolutely do that. Just let me know down in the comments below. Now you've done the entire booking process, you've had the shoot, and it's time to deliver the final images. The best word of advice that I can give you is to protect yourself and your images and make sure you're using a platform in which you can watermark your work until the final payment has been made. We used to use Google Drive to transfer images, but we've been burned several times in cases where people take those images without paying and use them and wait several months to pay or just don't even pay at all. So make sure you are using a program with watermark. Thankfully, Sprout Studios has a gallery feature integrated into its program, which I had told you goes onto the client portal. So you can upload all of your images into a gallery, link it to that client so they can see it on their portal, and the watermark will stay there until they make their final payment. This makes it where you don't have to go back and remove the watermark yourself, which, as I said, increases efficiency and productivity, which at the end of the day, that is what all of these programs are meant to do. If your program is not increasing your efficiency, then you shouldn't be using it. The last word of advice that I'll give you is to use a trusted payment system. We use Square to carry out all of our transactions. They do charge, I believe, a 3.5% fee, which we actually charge the client the transaction fee, so that way it doesn't eat into our profits. And with Sprout Studios, you can easily integrate Square right into it, and you can do a same-day transfer if needed, which we absolutely love. In case we're in a pinch or we need a piece of equipment for a project ASAP, it is a great option to have. And that is it for all the programs that we use throughout the booking process. If you found any value at all in this video, please give it a giant thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let us know down below what you'd like to see next. What other part of the product photography business world do you want to know about? Let us know in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!